וישועה. אבינו מלכנו, חננו ועננו, כי אין בנו מעשים, עשה עמנו צדקה וחסד, עשה עמנו צדקה וחסד והושיענו. אבינו מלכנו, כתבנו בספר פרנסה וכלכלה. אבינו מלכנו, כתבנו בספר זכויות. אבינו מלכנו, חננו ועננו, כי אין בנו מעשים.
Good morning. I'm Rabbi Brian Glusman from the Marcus Jewish Community Center of Atlanta. And today is our concluding day of sounding the shofar. This is the 28th day of the Hebrew month of Elul, and this is the final day of shofar blasts in preparation for Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. Each day during this month of preparation during Elul, we've discussed the shofar, we've probed, we've gained deep understanding into this amazing and beautiful ritual. Yesterday, we spoke about the final blast of the shofar, the Tekiyah Gedolah. Tekiyah Gedolah representing the messianic sound, the sound that heralds the Mashiach, a messianic era, and that each of us plays a role in a messianic era, that each of us owns a piece of redemption and making this world a better place. It's through our actions, it's through our cooperation, it's through our behavior that a peaceful, harmonious era arrives. And today, the concluding remarks about the shofar, and I share a story about a shofar blower. His name was Reb Tzvi. Reb Tzvi loved blowing the shofar, but there were a lot of shofar blowers in this particular little Polish village. But one year, the great Rebbe approached Reb Tzvi and said, Reb Tzvi, this year I'd like for you to sound the shofar during our Rosh Hashanah service. Reb Tzvi was kvelling inside. What a tremendous honor. And the great rabbi said, Reb Tzvi, I need you to prepare. Prepare by studying the prayers, by meditating, by unlocking the secret codes, the Kabbalistic mysticism as relates to the shofar. So Reb Tzvi anxiously, actively prepared for his sounding of the shofar, this incredible honor. Reb Tzvi began to study and to read and really process all of the material in anticipation of that great day. And Reb Tzvi made little notes. He wrote them on a small piece of paper, and he expected to be able to use this paper when he sounded the shofar because this paper had the secrets, the Kabbalistic mystical meanings of the shofar. And the prayers as well, the very holy prayers sounding the shofar. So finally, the great day arrives. It is Rosh Hashanah, and Reb Tzvi ascends the bima. He's on the pulpit, ready to sound the shofar. And just as he's about to blast the shofar, he begins to look for the little piece of paper with the secret meditation, the holy prayers, and he can't find the paper. And he's searching his pockets. He's looking in this pocket and that pocket, and he's fidgeting, and he's really now feeling desperate, and he can't locate the paper, and he stands there on the bima. He begins to cry, tears streaming down his face. He stands in front of his entire congregation, the entire village, the whole shtetl, the little shtibel. Everybody is ready for Reb Tzvi to sound the shofar, and tears are streaming down the face. And now he's left with just blowing the shofar. And he begins to make his sounds, and everybody stands at attention as he's blowing the shofar, but without his little paper, without his prayers and the meditations. And so finally, the shofar blasts are concluded, and Reb Tzvi makes his way back to his seat, and he sits very sad, full of anxiety. And he sits with his talus over his head, not wanting to bring and call attention to himself. And just then, the great Rebbe appears right before him and says, Reb Tzvi, I just wanted to tell you. And before the Rebbe could say anything, Reb Tzvi says, I am so sorry. I know I disappointed you. I know I let the entire congregation down, the entire community, and I especially let God down. And the Rebbe looked at him and said, Reb Tzvi, don't you understand? Maybe the meditation, the prayers are the keys. And maybe these prayers unlock doors to our souls. And maybe they unlock different chambers into the supernatural worlds. But there's one key. There's one key that is the master key. And it's this one key that can unlock all of the doors. And that master key is our tears. So Reb Tzvi, you unlocked all of the doors. So my friends, as we celebrate Rosh Hashanah, as we stand before God in our community on this day of judgment, Yom HaZikaron, this day of memory, may our own tears pave way to beauty and greatness, and may those tears give way to love and peace and companionship, and especially good health, so that we're all blessed with a wonderful, successful, happy, sweet, and healthy new year. Shana Tova Tikatevu V'Techatemu. May all be written in that book of life for a good, wonderful, and successful and healthy new year. We'll conclude with the sounding of the shofar, and reminding you, if you are watching, I hope that you have found services online for the high holidays. There are virtual services happening everywhere. And as I have said repeatedly, if you would like to join me with my congregation in Columbus, which will also be virtual, I would love to have you with me. I am not publicly broadcasting the information, but if you would like information and service times and channels, YouTube and Facebook to tune into, please send me a direct message or an email through Facebook or through text, and I will respond to you. And now the sounds of the shofar. Peace, blessings, and love to you all.